how did you find out that you had such a unique talent in eating?
Well, it was just under 2 years ago where I went actually just to a breakfast pub with some buddies after a night of drinking. And there's like this massive dish there, and like it's called the linebacker. And we asked what the record was in the restaurant for, whoever ate the most. And it was apparently just 2 plates in an hour. So I ate four. And yeah, and just my buddies kept challenging me after that to like break other restaurant records, and then eventually I started posting these videos on YouTube, and I got contacted by the commissioner of this competitive eating organization that like he just told me I'm so good that like I have to compete. He's gonna fly me down to California. I'm like, free trip to California, why not, right? And yeah, ever since then I won the collegiate nationals, and then I just started competing, regularly every other weekend, and haven't been defeated yet. So it's really like just a hidden talent I had. Not necessarily, I guess I'm kind of happy I discovered it. It's disgusting. I know it is. But I mean, like I've told people, I've traveled around the States more in the past 4 or 5 months than I have my entire life. And, I'm getting paid for it, getting recognized. I've been on, my favorite radio stations so many times now. I'm sponsored, whatever. So it's fun.
Let's talk a little bit about your illness. In 2002, you were diagnosed with anorexia. So really you have gone from one eating extreme to another. Do you think that having anorexia has anything to do with you eating like this today?
I have no idea.
Because you went from one extreme to
I know I
another.
went to this one extreme to the other. It's really ironic, I know. But you know what? I got past that disease when before I found out about my skills and talent, whatever. But I mean, like I said, the brain signal, I think that's related to it. There's something that happened to my brain or whatever, some signal in my brain where um, I never get the sensation of being full. There's like, about 20 minutes into eating, your brain is supposed to signal you to tell you that, I'm full, I'm satisfied. Never get that feeling, never. But other than that, I really don't think that there's anything really strongly related. Um, I know it kind of sounds like, it just switched eating disorders or something, flip things around, but you know what? I don't do this regularly. I eat on a normal basis like everyone else, and yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your routine that you do for preparing for a competition. Do you fast before?
I don't really change a lot of things. Generally, I drink a lot of water in general. So pretty much day before, maybe even 2 days before, depends on how big the competition is or if I have a couple competitions lined up. I'll drink about 10 to 15 liters of water the night before, usually about 15 liters of water. That in turn, you'll deplete that fluid before the competition, yet you'll expand capacity in your stomach. So it'll just basically allow you to eat a lot more. Um, but before the competition, if I have a competition, let's say at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll get up at like 8. I'll have maybe a small protein shake or something just to settle my stomach. But then after that, I won't eat. If my competition's like at 7 p.m., I'll just have like little shakes throughout the day, make sure it's fluid so that it does deplete out of my system. And that's about it. But as for like, days before that, I'll just eat normally.
What about during an eating competition? Do you have any tricks that you use while eating?
See, that's the funny part. A lot of people have routines and have trained for this and everything. Right now, I'm just a freak and I can do this. I'm a natural freak and I can just, I'm a power eater, so I just eat right through it. I mean, I just did a competition on Monday, chicken salad sandwiches, and I can't stand the taste of mayonnaise. So basically, what I did was I got like a massive jug of really, really dense Crystal Light. So it was just really, really sweet. And so I was just drinking that throughout instead of waters, just so I was killing the taste as I was going along. And I found that really helped. It was the first competition where I actually changed my fluid. I just drink water because, the food's all right. But something like that, I think I'm going to stick to doing something like that. Just, drinking really, really sweet juice or something like that.
What about after? Do you ever feel sick?
Generally, no. I feel fine afterwards and during. The last competition, actually, I didn't just because of if it's a food that you really can't stand, then obviously your stomach's going to turn a little. But in general, like, you know, you eat a lot of food in that 7 to 8 minutes, but it's not that much, you know, necessarily. Sure, it's like 10 pounds of food or something in your stomach. It sounds like a lot, but I mean, if you do like do the capacity training with water and all that, then you can fit it into your stomach no problem, and you know, you just simply you won't feel well. Most people won't feel sick. I mean, if I feel the you know the need to throw up, then obviously I will. But generally, I feel fine.
You have really come out of nowhere in the last 6 months to rise and become number one and undefeated champion, especially coming from Canada. Is there any animosity between these guys who have been doing it for so long and you, this newcomer, really to the field?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I get called out all the time. There's stupid YouTube videos where people are making stuff up about me now. Like I'm getting to that point where it's like celebrity status, so to speak, where everyone's calling me out and just say, "Yeah, I can beat you. You're nothing. You're from Canada, so it doesn't matter, right?" So yeah, there's definitely some tension. But you know, the fact that I'm getting better and better, it's a weird sport. It's a disgusting sport, but yes, they're calling it a sport. I know, but it's just fun to compete.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. My pleasure. Anytime.